Hello there. Welcome back. I am your host, Dr. Stephanie Snyder, and today we have a fun topic for today. So, this week in the Overjoyed Moms Facebook group, I have been hosting the Worthy Masterclass, and it has been so much fun to go deeper into that topic and to really start to do some shifting in terms of worthiness. So, what I wanted to talk about today, one, I checked in with myself to figure out what I should cover for today. And today we're going to talk about how to start believing in yourself. Because the truth is, you can think that you're worthy all day long. You can say all the affirmations, whatever it is, but until you actually start to believe it, doesn't really matter what you're thinking. So, what do I mean by belief versus thinking? So, thinking, we all have a bajillion, maybe not that number, but we have a lot of thoughts that run through our mind throughout the day. And the thoughts that we stay with and that we let linger, they will have an emotional reaction to them, right, of some kind. Now, the believing is an innate knowing. It's a truth, right? You don't necessarily have to explain it, but to you it feels true. That's what I mean by belief in yourself. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us are running around not believing in ourselves because someone told us we were too much to this or not enough of that. And we have all these mixed signals coming at us from the world telling us that we're not quite good enough, right? And so how do you begin to start to believe in yourself? Well, I like to equate this with belief and trust. Okay, I like to use those terms interchangeably. So in order to start believing in yourself or to start trusting yourself, you've got to start small. Because chances are, if we're looking for it, not chances are, regardless, whatever kind of evidence we're looking for, we're going to get. So if you're looking for evidence of all the ways that you've screwed up and all the things that you've done wrong in your lifetime, you're going to get a whole bunch of examples. You're also going to get a whole bunch of examples if you look for all of the ways that you've been successful, all of the things that you've completed over your lifetime. And so the way to start to believe in yourself, to start to trust yourself, is to start small. Because ultimately, you've got to build a very strong relationship with yourself. You've got to trust yourself in order to achieve bigger and greater things throughout your life. To create the life you want, you've got to trust that you're capable of that, right? So how do you start doing this? So I like to tell people to start small. And the reason we start small is because I want you to build trust. It's not something that you just switch on and off. It's not something that you just have just innately, right? We do build trust with ourselves. We build trust with others. We build trust in all of our relationships. And so I heard this analogy recently, and it was a teacher had used a jar of marbles, had used an empty jar and had given the kids in the classroom marbles. And every time they made a consciously good choice, they put marbles in the jar. And then when there was a wrong choice, right, they took marbles out. And so you can equate trust in the same way. You build trust. Think of any relationship that you have with somebody that you trust. They've established that trust over smaller things over a period of time, right? So if you think of one of your girlfriends that you trust, you tell her everything. She's been able to cultivate that trust with you because of smaller things over a course of time, right? The same is true with ourselves. We've got to cultivate that trust over a period of time. So if you have spent any time beating yourself up, feeling really down on yourself, paying attention to the naysaying gremlins that are in your head that are telling you that you suck and that you can't do anything, we're going to have to work to rewrite that script, okay? So I do recommend starting small. Let trust build on itself. Same as with any other thing that I'm going to talk to you about in terms of success. I'm going to tell you that it needs to start small and it's going to build on itself over time. This is how you develop anything. It's not going to be, you just flip a switch and all of a sudden you're trusting yourself, right? That doesn't feel good to anybody. So, how do you start small? Well, one, start by committing to things that you will actually see through. Yeah, that may be a hard one for people because we like to say, yes, we're going to do all the things, and then we don't do all the things, right? We like to say yes to everybody because it makes us feel good when we say yes, and then we get pissed off when we're overcommitted, right? So, how can you start small and build trust with yourself, right? For me, when I was climbing out of my depressive state several years ago, I started very small and I committed to a gratitude journal. And I committed to writing 3 things in my journal every morning that I was grateful for. That helped me begin to build trust because after a month of that, I had a lot of things that I was grateful for, and it was something that I had done for 30 days in a row. You've got to start to build trust with yourself first. So maybe you want to start working out or you want to eat healthy, right? I recommend starting small. So maybe you just exercise 3 days a week. You tell yourself, I'm going to exercise 3 days a week, and you hold yourself accountable to that. That will help you develop trust. If you are unable, because sometimes it can be difficult to hold ourselves accountable, find a friend, find a mentor, find a coach, find somebody who can help you stay accountable for the thing that you want to create, because that is going to be vital as you build trust with yourself. So once you start small, start to build on it, right? Maybe write down a list of 30 things that you want to do for yourself, right? Maybe you want to read a book. Maybe you want to spend time outside of the beach. Maybe you want to, make sure that you're getting a massage once a month, right? Whatever it is, you've got to write it down and then put it on your schedule. Okay? Make it a non-negotiable, because building trust with yourself is going to be vital if you plan on trusting anybody else in your life. Because I truly believe to the level in which you can trust yourself, you can also trust other people. But if you're incapable of trusting yourself, you're going to have a really hard time trusting other people. So we've got to start by building that relationship with ourselves, and it starts small. So one thing that I love to do, and it's a habit at this point, I started small. I make my bed every morning. I trust myself that I'm going to make the bed every day before I climb into it, because I love how a bed made feels to climb into, right? I also trust that I am going to exercise throughout the week. Now, there are moments where I'm sick and I can't, but I do get back into that routine once I am feeling better, because I know I enjoy those workouts. I enjoy that exercise. So you've got to start small. So if you have any questions or you want to hop into that Worthy Masterclass, you can always send me a message, comment below. I'd be happy to send you that link. It will be day 5 tomorrow, so it'll be wrapping up, but you can always catch the replays. They're going to be live until the end of the month, and then they'll come down. So I hope that you're having an incredible rest of your day. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach back out, and I will see you all soon. Bye.